Come with me to paradise. Welcome to my paradise. I welcome all of you, you. Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Bo with the Pampers and the Toys, Al, reporter from paradise. Please all make sure you like, share, subscribe to my YouTube channel, The Boy with the Pampers and the Toys. Please all make sure you like, share, subscribe to your family, your friends, and your enemies. Also follow me on Instagram and X, The Boy with the Pampers and the Toys is on screen. So in front of me, it's G.I. Joe Classified Series Collections Week. We're gonna be talking about the only one, the G.I. Joe Low Light, and a little bit about Low Light. He's he's kind of like on the same level a little bit as Jody Shooter Craig, but except he comes from a background where his dad made him stay in the basement, and he made him survive in the wilderness on his own, and he had I think a rifle or a gun, and so he's kind of a good one of the strong points of G.I. Joe, when it comes to making sure the team gets the mission accomplished and all of that. Him and Jody Shooter Craig, they come from two different time zones. So on this figure right here, I finally got this figure, and from the looks of it, looks good, even though Hasbro has actually stopped making these type of boxes, thank goodness, because I couldn't stand it. You don't know what you're going to get, and people, the company can make mistakes and stuff, but enough about me blabbering and stuff, so let's go ahead and get right to it. Okay, so I got the figure right in front of me. I feel like Hasbro reuses a lot of parts, which I'm for sure everybody talks about on their videos, but I think that Hasbro, could possibly invest into at least each character having their own visual look of identity without everybody being the same, like they're some type of robot. But it's an action figure, so I'm going too deep down the path with it. So I'm gonna talk about his accessories first. So he does come with these goggles right here, and you can put on top of his head, which I'm gonna go ahead and demonstrate that. And for his head right here, the hat, the little beanie he has on, I live for a beanie every day. I wish I had a bald receiving hairline, because I wear a beanie. So that doesn't come off, which is kind of a bummer. I'd rather for him to have two head sculpts, one with the beanie and one without it, but it's not going to make me give it any less points or all of that. Okay. So, Low Light never took off his glasses in the cartoon that I remember. And let me be clear. Oh, wow. Man, I put this. I don't know if I think that's how they are made. Okay, so they're like a little twisted. So, I was born the same year that G.I. Joe came out, that it was released to the world. So I started watching the reruns and everything as I got older, and Saturday morning, going to elementary school in the early 90s. Come on, man, I just had this on him at first. I noticed it didn't twist like it. Okay, yep, it's not made like to twist. I don't waste any more time on this. So I'm going to keep these on him because in the cartoon, he never took them off. And he was one of them characters that just, popped up on the scene as you go. And you'd be like, oh, okay, there's Low Light. They finally get him on an episode in the comic book skit. Okay, so he does come with a big backpack. A G.I. Joe is never complete without a backpack. I don't care who they are. So, it's kind of like the original ones was made in the 80s. My older brothers, them had a lot of G.I. Joes. And I had a few maybe in later years. I didn't have a lot. I had all kind of extra figures growing up, so I'm not going to try to, make it seem like I had this big collection of G.I. Joes, because G.I. Joes, was a hot commodity when I was born, and my mother wasn't going to buy me no G.I. Joes when she gave birth to me. Okay. All right. So, he comes with this nice little machine gun right here. And this knife. So I really do wish that they made weapons like they did in the 90s where they were hard. The material was hard. Now this machine gun is hard enough, whatever the plastic that it's made out of, but this knife right here will bend it like Beckham. So you can put this knife right here in his side, little side holder right here on his leg. Now, I think this is the same radio that CoverGirl had. Bust Up hers had like an antenna on the top of it or something. So I think it's the same exact device. They just kind of cut the little antenna at the top off, which is pretty cool. And I think that little radio goes down here. So you can put that right there on the side of his leg. And so he does got this little ammo clip right here. If you can see it real clear, it goes under, I think it goes in the machine gun. Possibly. Yep. I mean, I would rather glue, crazy glue that on here. I guess the illusion of, but like he ran out of ammo. Because I know that's one guy on YouTube. He got like a G.I. Joe action figure movie, and I tell you, it's super dope. I didn't get to finish watching it. I got to search for it again so I could finish watching it. I thought he was very creative. So, you know, I get it when you do skits and stuff. I ran out of a clip. But other than that, me, my little lazy boy Cal self, I'm going to go ahead and just crazy glue it up here. So, now this right here is pure heaven right here when it comes to having weapons for your character. And Lowlight, he always carried around his case every time I saw him in the cartoon, in the movie cartoons. So when you open up this case right here, bada boom, bada boom, this is his sniper rifle right here. It's almost identical to what Dusty had. And honestly, I do feel like Lowlight he's got the same body as Dusty, and I'll compare and contrast that. So we're gonna take this out of the case right here so we can create the gun. Well, okay, I took that out. I wasn't thinking. I was not thinking. All right. You might want to, if your hands are big like mine, you might want to get some tweezers when you're taking these out. Or just bump it out like that. So that's a nice, beautiful case. So this is like almost the same gun that similar to what Dusty has, but not fully. I hope I know how to put this on. I don't. Yeah. Okay. So you connect that right here. I think you do. Hold on. I mean, it's the other way around. Okay, come on. Come on, Lee. Oh, God. Yeah. I'm going to figure this out. Okay, so for the most part, I got the gun all the way to this point. Now, this little part right here, they did not like make it big enough for you to slide the I think it's the stethoscope in, because it really supposed to go right there, but it's not wide enough. So if you want to, you can like heat it up and kind of make it bigger. You see where that little square is, line rectangle thing in the middle. I can't put this in here. This is pretty like thick, so I'll have to work on it one day. But other than that, this is a beautiful thing. So what I'll do is just try to have some type of common ground to I'll just put this all back in the case on a later basis. So let's talk about the figure. So really, like I said, when I first saw this figure, I was like, I bet he got the same parts as Dusty. He really does. But let's talk about articulation. So the head does move up, it does move down, left, right, We know he's a blonde hair guy. He doesn't look up. I just really, now I had to respect the fact that some figures have that frog. What did you call it? That muscle man Guido or neck back, the part of the neck that looks kind of lopsided. I get it why they make the neck like that on wrestling figures and as well on Hasbro figures, because it helps them look up. But at the same time, I think it's something creative that Hasbro down the road can actually work on to make it better. If we're spending $25, $27 with tax, $28, because the economy just keeps the inflation of Avatar keep going up. So, the face scan's amazing. I already showed y'all what his eyes look like, and that really is not really important because low light, we don't know what he looked like under these glasses in the cartoon and the comic books. So he got these nice little butterfly arms. You got to be careful. You might want to add some heat on that because that might break. So just be careful popping it. It's kind of tight, but then it'll move up. He got these nice 2 trigger hands right here, trigger finger hands. Let me take the backpack off real quick. I keep saying, So nice little butterfly shoulders, double jointed pinless elbows, which is a plus for me. I love it. I love it. I love it. Nice little bicep, crunch right there. Nice little, not too loose, not too shabby, ab crunch. Nice little ball jointed waist, so he doesn't move too well. I don't want to snap him, because there was memories as a child with him. When if you drop one of your G.I. Joes growing up about 5 times, it's just gonna break in half. Eventually, you gotta bury it in your backyard of dirt. So he does have this. Man, these knees is tight. Nice little double jointed pinless knees. It's really tight. Alrighty. So I don't know what that hook is right back here for, but hey, it's right back there. I'm assuming that maybe he carries something on in the cartoon, but not in the toy reality of our eyes. It looks like he may be, yeah. Okay, so he got like the what is this? His pocket, grenades, tear gas, all the sort of looks like ammunition right here. They colored on him. So this looks like the low light figure from back in the day. It really does. I like that they got this little knee thing right here around his leg for his radio tracker. So when he's ready to hit his target from afar, he's gonna get it. So I do like it that you can make him do the splits without his leg feeling like it's gonna come off like Stuart Selkirk's leg. That's the first one. Him as Aranda's leg came off on me. I think somebody else's leg came off too. This leg right here. So when I look at this figure, I just think of Dusty's body. I really do. Like they use the same exact parts. So I'm gonna let him hold a gun while I'm not gonna really compare and contrast him to a lot of the characters and other figures. Honestly, because I do feel like that. Well, I'm just gonna compare him to a few, other figures, and I'll go ahead and put his actually with that pause. I had put his weapon back of his stethoscope, sniper rifle back in his case. I was like, what's the point when I can't put the little top part on? So I almost forgot. Now I ain't gonna lie, I do like this artwork right here that they have of low light, and I want to keep all the ones I did have, but I ain't gonna have nowhere to put them. And I know I collect, and I know I'm one of them type of people where I collect a lot of unnecessary stuff, so I've been trying to really work hard on that. If I keep it, it's just gonna keep collecting dust, and I'm like, what is this? Okay, so I'm gonna compare him to a few other figures, and just showing size comparison. So as you can see, him and Dusty they use the same parts, the same whole body, but except the face is different and the coloring is different. So it's like you want Hasbro to give good. I'm not saying it's okay to keep using. I'm not gonna contradict myself. How can I say it? I don't have a problem with them reusing the same parts, but don't make it a constant thing where every single character is, the same size, like Bazooka and Roadblock. We know they use the same body parts. Like, all the big guys gotta be the same exact size. We know that Roadblock and Bazooka, somebody's bigger than the other one. I believe Roadblock's bigger than Bazooka, but then I get him next to Thor, Love and Thunder, when he's in his, human attire. And as you know, Thor is bigger than both of these guys put together, but definitely, like him, he uses the same parts as Lowlight. So, Dusty, sit down, man. And as you can see, I got him next to Tunnel Rat and CoverGirl. And when I was saying something about him and CoverGirl got kind of a similar, well, I think that CoverGirl came with some type of hand radio. No, maybe, well, she got an iPad right here, so it's kind of similar. I thought maybe CoverGirl came with some type of radio device that had like an antenna on top of it. I could be thinking, maybe I'm delusional. Maybe it's this iPad that CoverGirl has. But, Tunnel Rat, I talked about him before. And Tunnel Rat, he's just an itty bitty guy. He got his own height. Now, I can appreciate that figure, even though it wasn't the best looking figure in the world, articulation wise and, kind of being loose a little bit, but he's his own size. So, Lowlight gets this concept of the height. And then I got him next to one of the Dreadnoks and Shipwreck, one of my favorite G.I. Joe characters. And I believe Shipwreck and him got the same legs, and I believe they use the same legs for but I think it's Buzzer. I get them all mixed up. Buzzer of the Dreadnoks. I think they all use the same legs. These three guys. Possibly no. Shipwreck's legs is different, but Buzzer and Lowlight uses the same legs, but not the same waist or anything like that. So. And I like this Buzzer figure as well, too. And last but not least, like I said, with Bazooka, this Bazooka figure, this is the G.I. Joe Classified Series 1. I like the retro one better, the one that stylizes from the actual original cartoon. He's a lot bigger than Lowlight, but he still, got reused parts as well, too, like they use with Lowlight. So, I just really do wish Hasbro can kind of calm down on constantly using the same parts over and over and over and over and over and over. But honestly, I give this figure a I give him a 9.5, a 9.5 out of 10. He's not a bad figure at all. I just think they could have did a little better, maybe having a second head scope, fixing that gun was the weapons, not the machine gun in his hand, but the other weapons too flimsy. It's easy to break and melt, and the stethoscope part did not fit on the top. So that's why I give him a 9.5. I took off points for the weapons and just the overall reused parts. The second head scope I can care less about. But honestly, he's a good addition to add to your G.I. Joe Classified Series collections and retro collection as well. So I would say get them, but I've been finding myself kind of waiting a little bit to see if more figures will go to Ross and Ollie's, like I said in plenty of other videos. So I've been kind of playing it strategic wise when it comes to prices, because you get a raise at your job, but things just keep going up. You want to be very careful with that. But cool beans. I'd like to thank all my friends for subscribing to my YouTube channel, War with the Pampers and the Toys. Please make sure you like, share, subscribe to my YouTube channel, War with the Pampers and the Toys. Please make sure you like, share, subscribe to your family, your friends, and all of your enemies. Also, follow me on X and Instagram at the Boy with the Pampers and the Toys, listed on the screen. And looks like Low Light gonna find Jody, and they gonna shoot it out. Jody said, "You gonna get me, sucker." Everybody have a good day.